what is going down? I made it back from the USA. We skipped last week. I was exhausted, man. That was so much driving. I clocked at about 2,000 miles, and I'll be showing off some of the stuff I scored down there and just sharing some stories and whatever. So, yeah, here we are, WMC episode 59. At the end of the episode, we have an announcement about a contest for episode 60. It's pretty damn awesome. So, yeah, stick around for that. Or if you don't, you can just replay the end of the video later, I guess. So, yeah, let's bring out Fame Studios.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Rad, glad you survived the continental United States. Your North American tour was a success. I heard there were no warrants issued, so that's good.
Not that I know of, but
I made some calls. I took care of it.
I quickly wrapped my head around the miles per hour and the ounces and all the other weird stuff you have down there. So, yeah, speaking of weird stuff from America, let's bring out Wentzilla.
Hey! How's it going, guys? Welcome back, everyone, to the number 118 International Toy Cast World Making. Dang it, I can never nail it. But hey, guys.
Next time, man. I believe in you. Next time you'll get it. I swear to God.
I should write it down, maybe. I don't know.
Or memorize it.
Right? Do you know how to write?
That's a good point. I could paint it and, like, you know. Yeah. Anyway.
Out of all the copious amounts of rehearsal time we put into this show, you can't get it yet? Dude, I don't get it.
It is true. I should be able to nail it.
Just pouring rehearsal time into this stuff. But let's bring out Brian. We'll see what he's saying. What's up?
Hello. Welcome back, Cotter.
Welcome back, Cotter. There you go. That's not something I ever thought I would hear on World Makers Consortium. Congratulations.
Boom.
There we go. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, made it back from America. We got some guests, some people that I visited on my many travels down to the craziness that is you guys. I can't believe you're not all dead. The speeds that you travel at are insane, dude. Like 80 miles per hour. That's like $140 or so in Canada. And our average speed limit on our major highways is about 100, 110 kilometers an hour. So we're like barely doing 55 on our.
So people understand that are from America. When you say it's $160, he doesn't mean up in Canada somehow they go 160 miles per hour. It's kilometers.
Or kilometers, whatever.
Kilometers.
Calamities.
Similar to moose gallops per foot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Moose knuckles per inch.
I think all we talked about. We'll get into it, but I think we talked about. Oh, sorry.
I could always spare a couple inches for a moose knuckle, but go on, Josh.
Oh, no, that's way more important. No, I think mostly what we talked about was the comparisons. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Anyway, go ahead. Well, let's bring our guests out so they're not eating all our snacks in the green room back.
Yeah.
Might be hungry after the show. We'll start with Dystopian Playgrounds. Hey, man, I recognize that background. I was there.
Yeah, you stopped by and saw a couple things. Thank you.
I did. If anybody hasn't, I don't think of anybody that hasn't checked it out. That video's actually getting mega views on my channel right now. But go over, check out. We check out his world, some world building, and yeah, just I don't know, do I call it a collection room or like a warehouse of awesome?
That's a fucking small toy store that he's got under his house. You can't fool me.
Dude, you have more toys in your basement than my like local awesome comic shop has. I'm just like down there. I'm like, what this? Yeah, man. Like, what's going on, Canada? What is going on? But let's bring out we'll do Grumpy Puppet next. There we go. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. I got to see those Robos in person. That was that video is coming up. I've got a tour. We tour Grumpy Puppet's toy room, the studio, and all around awesome collection room. So yeah, that was another awesome highlight from the trip too.
Yeah.
And then
we're here.
Without further ado, let's bring out Timbo Toys.
Hey,
what up, Timbo?
What's
going on? Yeah, and then Timbo took me to like probably one of my favorite comic book stores on the way on my trip through. That was really awesome. That Buy Me Buy me comics and toys, or toys and comics, whatever you want to call it. And then, but I think my luck rubbed off on a couple of the toy hunts. Me and Timbo found 90% off. I got the entire Eternals collection pretty much, except for Kingo, at that store for like $1.20 a piece. I think Timbo blew a wad there, and he got that Boba Fett for like, I don't know, like what,
$2.30.
was it $2.30? There we go.
Yeah.
I finally got to it.
Nice.
I think legally, when you come across the Boba Fett for $2.90, you have to buy as many as you can carry.
That's
I
many.
did the same- I did the same with that deluxe Jar Jar set when my Target went from $30 to $7 to $3. I had 13 of them at one time just because it was a 6-inch Gungan deluxe set. I just couldn't leave the store without one. I went in to get a loaf of bread and I left with like 3 Gungans, forgot the bread, had to go back in. And I'm like, well, I'm here. Might as well pick up another Gungan.
Yeah.
You did
That
not go to
sounds
Target for bread. You liar. You went there
Yeah.
for toys. You happen to need bread.
It was Dave's Killer Bread, raisin bread for my girlfriend. I remember it well.
You happen to need bread as well as toy shop. We know
sounds
it.
sounds like the setup for a really cheesy joke. Like the guy walks into the store for a loaf of bread and walks out with 3 Gungans.
It sounds like a Canadian joke. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, what's kind of funny about this Boba Fett is they had a whole bunch of these, and I grabbed one. I think it was $26, but it was 90% off. And then I was looking at some of the other ones, and they were priced actually cheaper. So I found one that was priced at $21 for 90% off. And so
God.
I think I saved $1.
Hey,
Dude, there's literally like one of those like shipping boxes, the big like Gaylord things, the big boxes, and it was like half full, just like even with like Boba Fett's, dude. It was like
I was very much paying attention to what you're doing. I was like, man, I want to see all this. It was great. It's still up there. You guys go check it out.
The best part about that toy hunt was we get to the front and Timbo's dropping these like Boba Fett jokes like, hey, you guys have any Boba Fetts and stuff? And it was just going over their heads like, oh, well, we can look in the back and stuff. And like, oh, yeah, we did already. Like, there was like 8,000 of them back there.
Wow.
It was just funny. I think Timbo tried it on 2 or 3 of the clerks at the store, and they were just like, whatever. And then Buddy was like, this dude is so proud that he put out the 90% sign in the morning. He's like, I told him they'd sell at 90%, blah, blah, blah. And he was like on about how like great it was, and it was totally his idea to put them out for 90% because they got more toys. I'm like, okay, right on, dude. You got something to share with the family. Something to share with the family when you go home tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
honey, I gotta tell you.
Baby, I've got some toys
yeah,
for the bedroom.
Yeah, so I'm sure everybody is fairly aware of where I went, but it ended up, being about 2,000 miles. So I went all the way up to Bay City, Michigan, around the lake to Milwaukee. I survived downtown Chicago rush hour, dude. That was insane. And then to top it off, somebody made a comment the day, I think it was the day it happened. I did get bad gas like south of Chicago. So I ended up like getting up to Milwaukee, doing the thing or whatever, and then going back, and then I ended up going through Chicago, like almost downtown bullshit rush hour. And it was like, then my Jeep started to sputter a bit and stuff. I'm like, no. I was like,
when you said bad gas, dude, all I thought was like you ate a deep dish pizza or too many Chicago dogs,
dude,
and you were just blowing it up.
That could be the pizza. Yeah. It could be the truth too, dude. Like when Zilla, we go to this breakfast place and it's like Hungry Man breakfast. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's cool, whatever.
Well, first of all, you went to the bathroom, so he had no idea what was in store.
I had no idea. And then Zilla's like, "Oh, we usually get a plate of bacon for the table." So I'm like, "All right, side of bacon, right on. Let's do this shit." Fucking thing shows up, man. It's 2 pieces of ham, like the size of my face, like 3 eggs, and then they bring the bacon out, and it's a fucking platter. It's a mountain.
Did you just say we get a plate of bacon for the table?
Yeah. That's what
you know our health insurance isn't free. Jesus Christ.
But
Dude,
usually, you know, you got 3 to 4 people, so you need a plate of bacon for the table. And the plates there are only what, a pound, I think, a pound of bacon. So
dude,
there too.
no, that would be like that was like, dude, it was like this tall. It was like
Is
big.
a plate of bacon a menu item, or do you say like give us 5 or 6 sides on a plate? Like I gotta know this.
No, it's just a full order. It's full order or half order. So, but yeah, his plate was stacked. I got sausage and they were like 6. It doesn't matter, but there's a lot of food.
You just don't want to talk about sausage around famine because he's going to turn it around on you.
Oh, I'll turn it around. I'll turn that sausage right around.
But yeah, we had a lot of food, and then like we couldn't find a bathroom for a while. It was great. We had a good time. It was fun.
Oh, I'm going to piss my pants. Let's go to Wendy's for a Frosty. Holy fuck.
That's the only place that had a bathroom.
Dude,
Who knew it was $1 Frosties when we were there too? That was great.
That's awesome.
But yeah, before we get ripping and rolling too much into this, I'm going to do my usual chat shout out here. So we got Bjorn was the first in the gates as usual. Ian C is here today.
Hey,
Going
Bjorn.
on, Triple D Outpost. We got that creep dystopian playgrounds and stalking us in the chat again. We've got Adrian is in the chat. Adrian. Station. We got Defiant Outer Rim Station also in the chat. PLM 2212 or 2212, whichever you prefer. We've got On the Hunt is in the chat. Collector 425, thank you so much for sharing the show, or showing my reels on Instagram. That goes a long way, helps out, gets the views in there.
He's the coolest.
We got Tank the Immortal is also in here. CH Anthony is here. Yes, what is up, nerds? We also have that other guy stalking us, that Famine Studios guy. He's in here a whole lot. That's like getting out of control. Pirates of the Galaxy, what's going on, man?
Hey,
Pirates!
All is well, and we can continue on with Whip Wednesday coming up here eventually. I'm sure I missed a couple people, but I want to talk about some other stuff too. I'll show you out as I go. You guys are like chatting it up here, man. It's hard to keep track. Slow down. Okay.
Hey, and by the way, I got to see him do this show live, and he does a lot. Like, I thought it was like a quick thing. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to get ready. Can you hand me that stand over there? He's like, he kind of looked at me like, that's it? That's all you need? like, yeah. Like, how are you late to the show all the time if this is all you do? And I'm like, yeah, He didn't say any of that, but I know he was thinking. No. But he puts a lot into it, man. He's moving the entire time. So it's a pretty physical activity.
The show looked good too from your house, Josh.
Yeah, I did actually.
Thanks, man.
I got to rethink my lighting here because I got like 800 white lights, and light strips and stuff. So they're just like diluting my picture, I'm sure. So whatever. I mean, I'll get a background. Who knows? Maybe some puppies and a field of flowers, like running around with a little girl or something. I don't know. Something nice. I'll figure it out. No, come on. Never mind famine. We won't get into it right now. You'll just have to accept the fact that I'm Canadian. That's the way it's going to be. But well, how about before we get into too much trip talk here, I want to shout out some cool shit that I saw on Instagram and the internet this week. So real quick, we're going to run through them here, do our shout outs. So our Lord of Thane is traveling, and again, I think he's in like Italy, Spain, one of those.
Ireland?
Italy.
Oh,
Italy, okay.
Ireland. But no, he took this really cool shot of I don't know what that animal's called, a sneasel berry or something.
Eopie.
It looks like a sneaselberry. That's what I like to call it. But and then of course a custom.
I think my wife calls those anteater camels.
That's a good one. That is a really good one. Anteater camels. All right, so moving right along here. I was having a good time. He's not in the chat, so he must be having a good time. We've got our boy Skelly, man. I love this. He's like just ordered so many of those Sentinels, those Marvel Legend ones, and I thought this was a great shot that I wanted to share with everybody. And it's Skelly. We got to shout out Skelly once in a while. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Kelly's the reason those fucking Sentinels are sold out on Hasbro Pulse. That's what happened.
yeah, dude. I ordered them. I thought it was in the bag, and then I got like this message. It's like, oh, you still have items in your cart. Oh, wait, never mind. They're sold out. I'm like, what? Like I went right through the payment option and everything, but I don't know what the hell happened. Hasbro. Next up, we got, dude, check out this Mandalorian Predator thing, and it's Centurion's Corner. So check him out on Instagram.
That's
I don't know if any.
cool.
Yeah, I don't know. He does a lot of really cool custom figures. Like, so yeah, check out Centurion's Corner. I just recently discovered his channel, and I saw this Yao Guai Mandalorian dude. So I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Show it off.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And then next up, we have Timbo.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of this guy before. No, man, I saw these Mando pictures. Is that a 1/12? Is that what you bought the other day?
Yeah, that's the Axe Wolves body.
Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, because you were buying a couple when we were at the Ollies over there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, I love that color scheme. Looks
Yeah, that's
really
awesome.
And then next up we have we got Fat Red Foo. So when he was on the show, he was kind of showing off some of this building over to the left.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so he's made some major progress. That blue building's come a long way since he was on the show. So I wanted to show a little bit of progress on that. He's doing an awesome job. I love those windows, man. That's like so cool. And then is there something next? Oh yeah, so we got Imperial Sergeant. This is a shot that he did. And I don't know if you guys have followed him on Instagram or seen any of his stuff, but he does great like pictures, man. He's always got like really cool kind of shot, something that you can look at and you're like kind of developing a story in your head already about what's going on.
Yeah,
So
that's cool, man.
yeah, no, he does great work. If you're not following him,
In my head, they're looking at that poster and they see that rebel trooper and they're like, "Oh my god, he's famous! Go say something to him." I'm not going over. You go over. Oh my god, I think he sees us.
That's awesome. That's not the story I would think of, but that was great, fam. That was very.
I get it all the time when I'm out in public. I always say, "Is that Fam in Studios? I should go say." No, you go say hi. It's all right. Come say hi. I'll sign your boobies or your kid or whatever you want me to sign. That's fine. But,
or both if you're breastfeeding.
With the conversation.
Just one straight.
Yeah, if they're breastfeeding, you could do the baby and the boob at the same time.
Do your first name on the baby's head and then your last name on the boob. So the two have to be connected. Look at the autograph I got. Everyone's like, "Oh, what are you doing? This is a fucking bank, lady."
It's funny because it's a bank.
It's funny. And then what do you got? These are awesome, dude. You knocked it out of the park with these.
Is that a fucking Power Rangers?
What is that?
No, it's better than Power Rangers.
Oh my gosh. No, those are fun, man.
I
I
can't
got
tell
something crazy.
I can't tell who
What?
the person's head is in the front. I'm sorry.
Is that a
He's the
Halo
one
helmet?
guy from Rogue One, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was like a baboon head or something.
So I repainted his face so it's like a reddish color, and I did the arms like a reddish color. So kind of like the skin tones could match up a little bit because there wasn't much definition on his head. So, and then I believe Plo Koon with his the armored Plo Koon face I used for the other guy. I know that's original trilogy Stormtrooper bodies. I know, but
Who cares?
it's like, I mean,
Was
Plo Koon
anybody
isn't
saying
one.
anything about that? No.
No, not yet, but I'm just letting everyone know.
I'm
'cause in
sorry.
Amrak, it's-
Josh, where are they? Are they in the movie or are they in Amrak? Because if anybody talks
Right,
shit about
right,
him being
right.
in Amrak, you send him over to Gimmick Starport and the SmackDown will get laid.
Yeah, I mean, people might notice it because I noticed. I know what I'm doing. I realized it. So just before
What?
that happens,
Those look awesome.
you know, people are, well, actually, those are original trilogy.
Sir, believe it or not,
Stormtrooper.
this armor that you have here is incorrect.
Actually, you know what, Brian? Those were the two flame troopers you sent me.
Oh, really? Okay, the carbonized.
Yeah, that's what I
Very
used them
nice.
for.
Oh,
Nice.
going
I was like,
back,
I'll be able to use those.
I like Anthony's name for that Mandalorian Predator. That was pretty cool. It's a Predalorian. There you go.
Predalorian.
New thing. We'll have to do that instead of doing like another drug dealer character. We'll do like a Predalorian challenge down the road or something like that. That'd be cool. We'll go the exact opposite direction. But anyways,
Instead of a drug dealer, we'll do predators.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Rad. I appreciate it, man.
No, it's good. I love your work.
Yeah, great work. Great work.
I'm contractually obligated to like one of your pictures a month, whenever.
Nice.
It's true.
It's in the contract. It's worth it though. It's totally worth it. But while I was at your house, so anybody who hasn't checked out the video yet, I had like I did a AMRAC spot tour in the style of what I do. I get to put some cool tunes over it. Went for a little whip through, man. But yeah, this thing, like, you got it crammed into a space, dude. But it looks good. It looks like it's well laid out. It was a fun time. I think I did a reel at like, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning when I got up the next day. I was like whispering because you guys were sleeping. And I was like, I'm in AMRAC spot.
I like that video. You did a good job at showcasing just how much is there. I will say that ABBA was an interesting music choice for it, but it jams. It works with all the colors. So go check that out, guys.
Hey, it works, man.
ABBA. I didn't even know it was all tight in the AE soundtrack. Don't let family fool you. Don't let them fool you, man. Don't go.
You must be fun at parties, Rad.
I am fun. I am. Parties happen around me, but probably one of the best spots we went in Michigan was the store that I remembered the name of before I started the live stream that I can't remember now. What was the first place we went to?
Geeked Out Toys.
Yeah, so it was Geeked Out Toys. So this is there's Wentzilla way in the corner there. But yeah, no, this place had like so much stuff, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's a really nice shop. He keeps expanding too. So
I
was like laying on the floor looking at stuff. That was fun.
Yeah, this isn't my. Yeah, this isn't my jam, but I saw these like Robotech robots, and they've got to be vintage. They look vintage.
Yeah.
In the back corner, I especially like the two in front of that big alien, and I was like, "Oh, those are so cool." But I think the one was like, oh man, it was expensive. It was like $152 for one of them.
Yeah, you don't see those around that much anymore.
So they had Japanese import, or did they actually get released domestically?
I'm pretty sure they got sold here, but I don't think that it was high volume by comparison to a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I've seen them around, but you don't see them often. I get that's how I'll word it.
Yeah, Pirates. You would have like, oh yeah. I don't want to like rub salt in the wound that you couldn't go and stuff, but yeah, you would have liked the store, man. There was a lot of like pretty cool retro style robots and stuff like that. Like it was like super neat. And then and then we checked out this other one that was like there and back again.
Yeah, there and back again.
Dude, I saw these bins there and I thought of so many people I know that collect that would spend like hours in this bin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just
I found a couple
all scales of figures.
Like all scales, like every and it goes around. Like there's like it goes out around into like wrestlers and shit too. But yeah,
like,
he
has so much wrestling stuff. It's insane. That's where I took and sold my wrestling collection.
But that makes sense. But no, it was you would have been like, wow, dude. But it was just overwhelming. Like I found a couple Star Wars figures in there, and then I found some weird Ninja Turtles figures for like the 2004 line. Those mutated turtles when there was like evil versions of the 4 turtles. I found one of those that I was looking for. So yeah, all in all, it was like I could have spent like freaking like the rest of my life in that store, man. Like I was just like,
it's a lot to go through. It's a lot to take in. I was like, so I don't know how to explain this one, but yeah, let's just go in. So
that was right in Flint, right? Flint was there.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're ever around Flint, Michigan, to go to there and back again toys, man, you're like, and you picked up like go check out Wentzilla's Reel. He picked up a bunch of like cheap dinos and stuff. Like it was like
I got the AT for $40.
Yeah, $40. You got the AT, and
that's a deal.
Remember we got it back to your place and you opened it and it had pilots. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, dude, we didn't even know. We got home and then it was on the kitchen counter. I was just like, I opened it up. I was like, holy shit. Like there's two boys sitting right there.
Dude, it was
Was
a,
this the 1998 Power of the Force 2 AT-AT?
but it had
I
the
don't
vintage.
know.
Oh, somebody had put the vintage legs on it, so it had the vintage 1980s legs on the
I'm
power.
not sure what's going on. Like I have no clue because
And,
I have
I
two
think-
now and they're both wacky. So
Yeah, because the body was that rubbery Power of the Force kind of plastic, and then the legs were like yellowed and like really like brittle, like 1980s
Yeah.
plastic. Yeah, so it was a mashup, but it was a good deal. $40. That's a big.
yeah, he's like it's missing a cannon here and da da da. I was like, yeah. All right, let's just get up to the front. I don't. It doesn't
Make
matter.
toys. Let's go. I put
Yeah,
two figures
can-
inside.
We're taking it. Bye.
But the other thing that I found out Nerd Out was I had no idea these existed. You guys have probably mentioned them, but the Primal Rage, those dinos and stuff, dude, those are so cool. Like the dinosaurs are static, but yeah, I've started working on this one. I'm adding some weathering on the water tank or whatever it's supposed to be because it's in my post-apocalyptic world. Kind of painting the net, the saddle, add some dirt to the dino. But no, that was a neat score. I just saw it in the store. It was like $17. I was like, yeah. And the figures
Well,
aren't
you looked
bad.
at me and I was like, yeah, you should fight, yeah, and you're like, yeah. Like
Yeah, you
there
should
wasn't
buy
much
that.
conversation.
Like, dude. And he's like, you should buy that. And I was like, yeah, I should actually. But actually, you know what? It's the dumbest thing because I think you said you paid like $2 for it. But one of my favorite things I got from you was that 118 Chevy Silverado.
Okay.
I like
Yeah.
immediately got home and then I printed out some parts for that. It's like a tabletop game called Gaslands. It's got like Mad Max
Yeah.
cars and shit in it. So I blew up all the parts for like making your cars. I made like checker plate windows for it and all that crap. That was like the first thing I did when I got home, fired up my printer. I was like, I need post-apocalyptic parts right now for this truck. And I like barnstormed through it. But no, thanks for the truck, dude. I know it wasn't like I think you said you paid like $2 for it
Yeah.
or whatever.
Because I got
It
a
was like,
secondhand store.
oh yeah. And then, but yeah, no, this was cool too. So I like got it perched up above my Batman shelf in my toy room. So the Batwing's huge, dude. I was like, this is fucking massive.
He had to leave stuff here because he's like, I can't take that. That's too
Yeah,
much. I
I'm on like the first
really full.
dude. It was so full. It was like I'm like on the first like 2 days of my trip. So I got to get to Wentzill's in the afternoon, quick ollies, do the WMC that night. Then we like next day, like all out from like 8 in the morning till like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, toy hunting and stuff like that. And then you're trying to like load shit into the back of my Jeep. When I left Wentzilla's place, the back of my Jeep was like packed full with like the cover pulled down and like the door like squishing things into my back seat. It's like, dude, I only have my.
I remember you showing me that how full your car was.
Yeah. What he was like, check this out.
Jeep was slanted doing a wheelie down the road because of all the stuff in the back.
Dude, might as well, man. I was like, holy crap. And then I was like worried about the border. I'm like, I can't tell them that everything in my vehicle is a gift. I can't do it, man. But
hey man, I got so much 3D printed stuff, so much cool stuff that you brought me, man. The tank. I mean,
yeah, same here.
The Y-wing. Crazy. And I got the crazy the white witch.
Yeah, so I dropped for you vehicle customizers that I dropped off the white witch. So that when you guys
pick that up.
Yeah, man, when you guys and I didn't mean to paint them America colors. I think they were like blue and red, but they were done in like sequence, so it looked like it was supposed to be a flag or something.
I was going to ask you about the colors of that.
Yeah, I switched the filament. Like I was like, oh, I gotta switch filament, blah blah blah. So I went over there because I was using the big printer, so I was printing 2 at a time. So I printed those like 2 at a time, and then I had changed filament, so it was like blue or something like that. And then this like rainbow filament after that. It was like whatever the next roll was. But no, I'll definitely be looking forward to seeing you guys paint those up for sure.
Yeah, that blue you were using for some of the stuff is like wicked, man. It's so cool. Like the glossy blue.
Yeah, no, that's one of the ones I order all the time. It's a little pricey, but it prints really nice and it's nice to paint and stuff like that. But I think like we got lucky with 90% off when I was out with Timbo, but Grumpy Puppets got an awesome score at this antique warehouse. So we were going around and that video is coming too. I got a toy hunt for that. Wait, what'd you score that? You found a giant bag of awesome Star Wars figures for what?
$30. Yeah, it was crazy. Like 30,
Dude,
30
it was
figures for like $30. It was nuts.
yeah, it was like it had to be like, and there was clone troopers in there.
Fatty right there.
She was in there.
Yeah, she was in there.
She is a big, beautiful woman, man. She's just the best.
That pays for it alone.
Yeah.
She peg warmed obviously, but that figure, especially once the barge came out, it's like every legacy figure that was a one-time release went up to
that guy's worth
at least 30,
right?
$40 a piece.
Oh yeah, there was like the clerk was checking it out when you were at the checkout. He was like, "Oh, there's some good figures in there."
Wow, that is a deal.
Oh, there was lots of clone troopers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like there's a ton of figures in there, dude. So yeah, it was definitely it was one of those things where he turns around, look what I found. I'm like, son of a bitch.
I know. It's like, what was I supposed to like give it to you or give you like first dibs or something because it was your trip?
Oh no, man. Oh no. I never asked for first dibs or anything. I was just happy for you.
Is that did you like reveal the figures in the video, or is it just sort of like we found this? Like, did you? Is there a recording of you coming up onto it, or?
No, we don't have a recording because it was so like it wasn't really a toy booth. It was just a bunch of crap, and then it was just sitting on the shelf. It wasn't like a toy booth. Like I was filming I've got footage of like us in the toy shops in the antique warehouse, and I scored some cool 3 3/4 Lord of the Rings figures and like some other really cool stuff in that warehouse. And this like 80s pink Tonka dune buggy that I put like right into my apocalypse setup because it was just like, it just looks perfect. It's a pink dune buggy that's all rusty and screwed up. So there we go.
When I was at Geeked Out, I was looking for the 3 3/4 vintage, whatever he had 3 3/4, and I was heading over in that area, and I saw that loose Joy toy, and I was like, I'll come back for it later. And then like 10 minutes later, like, dude, look what I found. I was like, that's pretty cool, man. Like I had the same moment. I was like, damn it, I should have grabbed it. But he was like the guy in a suit, but he was loose in a bag, Joy toy.
Oh yeah. It was and then we got a pirate here. It's asking a question. Sorry, I'm only doing 100 things here. Yeah, I think that Court of the Dead Jester was in the Nerd Out, wasn't it? You got it from there?
Yeah. It was Haya. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. And they had like that's the store that I got Joy Toy loose. It was one of those like
I just didn't talk about that for 5 minutes, bro. You were gone. See, you're in the comments.
I know, there's in the comments. I know it was awesome, man. You never see him in the wild. It was like, when Timbo and I got Buy Me Now, they had Action Force.
Buy Me Toys.
Yeah, Buy Me Toys. But they had Action Force there, and it was way cheaper than I could buy it on Amazon for, and like import it and everything. So like, snagged those up, and then they had that limited edition strawberry shortcake that I was after. So yeah, really good, man. You'll understand that joke if you go watch the video. So go over my channel and watch our toy hunt there, then you'll get it. But it was all good. But a lot of the stuff at Ollie's were good, but it was like more stuff that stuff I picked up was more just for like our world building and crap. Like I picked up a whole bunch of these sets with the dog and the little cage and everything. I don't know what I'll do with the tamer guy, and it was a lot of the. Yeah, Fammon's got like 8 million of them.
Just rub and buff. The one on the left. That's all it is a little bit of rub and buff, and it looks so much better than the black plastic that it came in.
Yeah, it looks nice.
They're all over. I'll use your words, Famine. They are all over our Ollies here. They have also started to get in the Sabine set with the Loth Cat and her in the draped poncho. So if you guys go looking for that, also look for this set because it's a great value even for just the hound and the crate. The guy, I've popped his head off and used the static body for just people standing around in background shots. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can you fit? Do you think you can fit an ooze plasm in there? Probably be sideways, huh?
You could fit one in there. Josh, after the show, I'll dig one out of a box and I'll put it in there. But you could fit them in there. You could fit a lot of the baby Jurassic that came with the retro sets. So the Raptor, the Triceratops. You can put Loth Cats in here. The Mastiff.
Loth don't need to go in a cage.
Put Jawas in there.
Yeah, you could put a Jawa in there. Human trafficking, great for toddlers.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Put your kids in there and send them off.
I'm gonna wind up on a list.
You're on a list. Don't worry about that, bro.
You're on somebody's list. You're on more than a couple lists, what I'm sure.
You're not wrong.
But and then,
like, why wouldn't you put one of these ferocious little fuckers inside of this thing, man? Oh, I'm sorry. Look at that. Like that Loth Cat, dangerous. In there, completely safe.
I don't know. It sounds like a Jurassic Park situation to me. Just fucking waiting for trouble, man, with those
Loth Cats find a way. Yep.
They will. But it was funny because in Toledo we found a whole bunch of these droids. I think it was that Ollie's we went to that they had a bunch of these. Was it Ollie's?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
pallets of them.
Yeah, there was, and then I ended up stopping back when I was done visiting with Grumpy Puppet. I ended up stopping back at like another Ollie's. I don't know if it's the same one or not. Like I grabbed a few more of these, and then they had like the Flame Trooper guys, and yeah, it was it was like kind of like outside of like the stock at that Ollie's in Ohio was not consistent with the stock that was at the other Ollie's in the other states. Like it was really kind of weird.
They're all different.
Yeah.
Oh, just random. Somebody like drops a box behind another box. Oh, I better put these out. They're from like 19 whatever. But no, it was
all those action figures and no Landos. I've never seen a Lando at all.
I didn't see a Lando at all. I saw lots of
full of them.
Rad,
Really?
did you see like as many rays as we had here? Is that kind of the common thing?
Yeah, they all have Rays. They all have the 5PO Ray and Finn and some other character for that maybe.
We have that vintage one.
Oh, yeah, the old man Skywalker. But surprisingly,
the POA.
Yeah, they don't have the Rose Tico. Rose Tico is still at Walmart. I'm like, okay, whatever. Or my dollar store. My dollar store like started getting a whole. Yeah, well, they started getting a whole bunch of them again. Like recently, I'm like, they had them and then they were gone, and then all of a sudden somebody found a couple skids of them, like, and they're out again. Like, I don't know what's going on. Who knows? But yeah, when I stopped by Elkhart, Indiana, Timbo gave me this one of his awesome power boxes too. So that was, I think, the first thing I put back into my collection when I got home from the US. It was like 9 o'clock at night, and I was like, oh, I don't want to lose this. Oh, I'm gonna like put it right into the setup. So it's already got a home. And then I did put Timbo made me a custom green Roomba droid thing, and I put it in the setup, and I forget where I put it, and it's like so fast. Like, before the show, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stand here, and I'm like slowly looking everywhere. I can't find this fucking thing. Where is it? I know I put it in here somewhere, and I found the black one that I got from Timbo, and I'm like, no, I want the green one. Where is it? But, yeah.
I was showing somebody one of the customs that Josh gave me, the battle droid, and I couldn't find his blaster. So I go to get a gun from another figure. I go back and it's literally right next to him. Like I'm staring at this thing. I'm like, oh man, where's his blaster? Let me go grab a different one real quick. I come back. It's right next to it. So it's like one of those things where you were probably looking right at it, Rad, and you just didn't even fucking register it.
Probably. I don't know. I'm still like catching up from like trips and like having like, you know what it is, like what it's like sometimes when you go on vacation from work. When you come back, you got like 2 weeks worth of work to do in like a week, and you're like, "Oh, this is awesome! I feel so rested and relaxed. I'm glad I went away for a week and a half or whatever the hell I did." But oh, dude, this was a fun. We'll talk about this again because this was like ridiculous, man. There's a guy with a big toy collection.
What toy store is that?
Yeah, I know. Eh? But yeah, no, it was good. So yeah, again, if you haven't seen this video, go check it out or go check it out again because there's so much to take in. I've gone back.
Did you guys start in the garage?
We did,
Yeah.
and it was 8,000 freaking degrees, dude. It was like
it was. He got here. I forgot what time it was. It was still early enough in the morning, but I said if we don't start in the garage and get some footage, like it's going to be unbearable in the afternoon because that was like a heat advisory day. And now it's like 60 degrees out, so it's like, well, that's the Midwest. You have 3 seasons in a week period, so.
Yeah, that was intense. It was. I think they said it was going to get up to 115 or something that day.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, okay, let's go. But no, we hit up to Pete Ross's. Oh, dude, he took me to Culver's for lunch. I'd never eaten at a Culver's before. It was so freaking good, dude. Big old butter burger and stuff.
Butterburger.
Dude, the guy that
healthcare isn't free.
He also had never had deep fried cheese curd, so that was
What?
He wants to live.
So good.
Dude, you get those, and then you get their chili. It's bomb.
Dude,
chili's really good.
I have no doubt, man. Culver's was delicious, dude. It was so good. It was
especially Culver's in Wisconsin. That's where it started, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of a tough decision because there was about like 4 different local places within like 5 minutes of me that have like a great Butterburger, and they'll all claim that theirs are the best. So it was like, well, what do we do here? You can't have Maul. I mean, you could have Maul, but he wouldn't make it back alive. So
that's awesome. Yeah, we're playing on Pirates coming down, hanging out soon. But yeah, he wants to go on a Tico run. He needs some Rose Ticos. That's pretty good. We're going on a Tico run, boys. All right, fill up your trunks, fill up your bags. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna take him to this village toy castle, but that'll be a whole other video. We're talking about something else right now. But oh, dude, this is awesome, man. I can't thank you enough for this. You guys have to check this. I got a set of custom Mandalorians from Grumpy Puppet.
Those are awesome.
Nice.
So freaking cool, man.
They are like they're now known as they're going to be the Puppet Clan, and they're going to have and their background is they kind of like manipulate things from like behind the scenes. They're like the financial investor Mandalorians and like the industrial espionage guys. So yeah, that's what they're going to be. But that I got to put her at the end with the Bad Batch, man. She just like, hey Hasbro, if you ever come out with the rest of the Bad Batch, I'm going to add her to the squad. But if you ever do. But no, man, I can't thank you enough for these. These are like so cool, man. I always need more Mandalorians, and your paint work is top notch. I'm very happy to add those to my Nar Shaddaa Mandalorian Consortium or whatever the hell they're called. Nice. But no, that's cool. And these the heads that you painted up too are awesome. Dude, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm gonna do.
Holy
I want to
shit,
do. Yeah, I want to do. Somebody else has one of those too.
Hey.
Who was that? You, Famine? Do you have a soundboard? I have one, but
it was me.
Nice.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, yeah, I've got one too. I was like, yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Double clap. But I'm definitely that head at the end, the spider face. I'm definitely doing a Admiral Trench with that one.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
I'm gonna do that with them, and then yeah, I got ideas for all of them already. And
Look
it's
awesome.
Yeah, did a really awesome job. And then this too, man. This was an awesome hookup. I was like, missed these guys when they went up on the exclusives, and you were nice enough to hook me up with these 3 Masters of the Universe exclusives, which I'm very happy to own and have not opened yet, which I will, because that camo con is like killer, man. Very cool.
Those ones are cool. I don't know if they did it for every single release, but they on the creations ones, like the blister slips out of the actual card back, so it's like you don't have to like tear it open. I thought that was.
Oh, I know. I'm not.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not getting rid of it. I definitely will never sell those.
Wow, yeah.
I'm just gonna rip them open and like roll around in them on the ground and stuff like that. All excited. But I won't do that unless it was.
What line was that from? Was that the
It's Origin.
Origin.
Origins, but those were like Hasbro store or Mattel exclusives.
Yeah, Mattel Creations. I mean, I get why they do it because they're not going to let the stuff plug retail, but they're pretty short windows and they tend to sell out quick. So there have been some releases where it's like, well, if you forgot about it that day, you're paying 3 times as much. I know Cyclone was like that. It was probably on the site for 3.5 hours, and now it's like $70, $60 instead of the 30 it was. I mean, that's not unaffordable, but it's just a huge jump if you missed it. So
yeah, sometimes those exclusives they end up at Ollie's, like not like those type, but you'll get an exclusive figure, it all of a sudden ends up at some clearance place, and then the figure you don't think is going to be gone is just like gone like that. It's like, what? Everyone wants
that Mandalorian set, the Star Cruiser, whatever that was, the season finale they did, the Dark Trooper that was on fire and that had a Moff Gideon in there. That was like $75, I want to say, on Hasbro Pulse, and then within a year and a half, they were showing up at Ross for like $15. I never saw one, but I just thought that was like, wow, it's almost insulting.
Yeah, dude.
Some people say that's the best Mandalorian at that time. So
yeah, now it's the Ice Planet set has the best Mandalorian from what I've heard with the most articulation.
I don't know. There's lots to choose from. So
it's $21 on Amazon right now. I'm just putting it out there. You could go get it. You get Grogu, you get Mando, and you get a couple of them spiders and some other shit. I'm throwing it out there.
The one that comes with the Krinka or whatever they're calling it now.
I wish you wouldn't swear like that on the show.
No, who was saying that Hasbro must have like just a bin full of the Grogus? Is somebody in here? I think like they're just throwing them in. Whatever. Was it right?
Yeah. Dude, I bought a bunch of I got Flame Troopers. I got Ahsokas. So now I think
the Ahsoka comes with a cool owl though. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I know. I
feel like if you're a contractor or you're a sculptor for Hasbro and you like forget to do your homework, it'll do you like, okay, well, I'll just bring a Grogu to the board meeting and that'll probably be good enough, right?
Yeah.
Getting it
with something else.
Yeah, from picking up all those Flame Troopers and Ahsokas, I've got like a small handful of Grogus now. Like the little Grogu, because each one of those sets comes with a Grogu as well. So now
Dude, can we start a Star Wars punk band called Handful of Grogus? Can we do that? just all of us. We'll all learn instruments and we'll all of us, Grumpy, Dystopian, Timbo, Audi, Josh, Rad, we'll be Handful of Grogus. We'll take the country by storm.
Hey,
Rad can actually sing in a band like that where they recorded him singing. So
we can actually sing because we were, trained vocally. So we've got
Border Patrol had their doubts, but he did tell them that he was in a band. Yeah, I'm in a band.
Hey, I have Enemy Sons, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. So I got it right. I wore the shirt on Labor Day to my family thing. They're like, what is that? I was like, it's my friend's band. I was like, it's pretty good. Like, because he's ripping, bro. He's on the guitar, like, ah! Yeah, it's crazy. You guys have to check it out. I'm really impressed by it, man. Like when he's like, hey, I got band practice, I can't do this, and I'm like, oh, he's probably just a normal band or whatever. No, this is like crazy. I was like, what? And then Rad's in the background singing and playing lead guitar. Like, come on, man. Crazy.
Yeah, I've got some of their stuff from their YouTube site that they still can't fucking log into. How's that working out for you? Have you gotten that sorted yet?
No, I just copied all the videos, ripped them off one channel and just started a new channel. So I was just like, all right. But yeah, there's we're doing there's some like live stuff where we're doing like Misfits covers and like shit like that too. So yeah. And then actually, if you go back on our lives on Instagram, we did a full rehearsal for one of our shows coming up, like live on Instagram. So it's probably still in live somewhere. So,
well, and I found it when we were in the vehicle because Taylor's vehicle doesn't have a CD player, so I had to pull up on my phone. So I just used YouTube Music because I'm old and that's what I use. And YouTube Music had it right there. So
Are you
Enemy
on,
Sons.
Are you on Apple Music? Rad?
Yeah, we are actually. We should still be on iTunes, Spotify,
Nice.
Google Play. Is it Google Play? I don't know. I pay like $75 a year to keep all our music on these platforms. So it's called DistroKit. If anyone else is in a band and they want to distribute music. But I was gonna say before that me and Timbo already play guitar, so you guys will have to catch up to us. So that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I
man.
saw him playing guitar with his dog the other day. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that video. That's cool.
That was cool. I think Timbo has
We
a
went to
real guitar. I don't think that's his real guitar.
That was my daughter's.
No,
Yeah.
but I know, obviously. But we went to Second and Charles, and they had guitars and toys.
Yeah. I'd like to check
Secondhand
out a
Charles.
Second Charles.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude,
Secondhand Charles.
It was wild. Second and Charles is like a bookstore with toys and guitars, but it's a pawn shop. Did you read the signs? Basically,
No.
you can take your collectibles, your guitars, your Funko Pops, your old books, and you take it in. You get a loan on it, and if you don't pay the loan in time, they take all your toys and sell them. So it's
That's
like a
crazy.
toy.
That's a pawn shop.
Yeah, Second and Charles is a toy and collectible pawn shop.
It's probably
Totally.
It
a deal for
appears
them.
like it appears, and they give the look of as if they were like a hip Barnes and Noble, but they're
Yes,
not.
exactly. Yes, yeah. No, they're not. They're just a fancy toy pawn shop. That's what Second and Charles is. I was like,
Well, I got some
okay.
awesome stuff there, so I was excited.
Yeah. And you were like on video chat, like, hey man, you want this? You want this? Like craziness. You're
Helping out
crazy.
my homies.
All right.
Helping out
Well,
my homies.
we promised people an announcement here, and we're getting towards the end of the show. So let's end off the show with episode 60. Next week, we are going to be having a giveaway. We'll do it with the hashtag StreamYard giveaway tool. So I can confirm the grand prize for next week. We might have a couple other things going, but the grand prize for the draw next week, and you have to be in the chat if you come in and you take off later on, and then we actually call your name later on. You're not there, you're not getting it. But it's not completed, not completed. But you are going to be getting the kit to build this sucker.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wait, can I enter?
No.
Yeah, you can.
Damn it.
But no, it's super. There's directions, there's plans for it, everything that I'll send along. It's all pin locations. It's super easy to put together. The wings actually work. They fold down to where they're supposed to be. They come up. There's an interior. The stairs open up. Dude, it's awesome. There's a rear gunner seat that pulls out. You put a figure back in and then do that. So now next week, episode 60, we should have done it for 50, but you know how we roll over here in the WMC. We just do shit whenever we want. So for episode 60, that is going to be the grand giveaway. So next week you come on the show. We're going to make you suffer till the very end of it. We'll see who wins everything. And,
I'm gonna try to find some stuff to give away. I do have an extra Enemy Sons CD. I can get some stickers.
Actually, I got tons of those CDs. I'm gonna start sending them out with every order now, and everybody can.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Turn them over to the dark side. That's how it goes, man.
But yeah, I'll find something to give away. I want to do a custom American crew, but I don't want to like give people rain checks. So I don't want to do that. I want to have it actually in hand.
So yeah, that was the surprises we were talking about. But surprises, it means stuff we don't have ready yet. That's what surprises are. Surprise! We're not ready yet. Yeah,
Just some disorganized stoners over here. That's all.
That's right.
There you go. But all right, well, I want to say it was awesome. Thanks to each and every one of you for hosting me, especially Clint Zilla. He had to put up with me for 2 nights.
Shut up, man. We had fun. Oh, we didn't even talk about the good Chinese we had Friday night. So yeah, we had that too. I loaded him up with carbs, calories, whatever.
Oh yeah, dude. I was ready to have a heart attack by the time I got to like Milwaukee, and then he takes me to Culver's for a butter burger. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna make it back to Canada. And then when I finally did, I crossed the Peace Bridge in Windsor, saw the big Canadian flag. I was like, I made it before I had a heart attack. Now I'm in Canada where they'll take care of me for free. Yeah, I had to wait till I got back to Canada to have a heart attack for sure.
Rad, before you jump ship here, what was your favorite American food experience? Did you have a favorite one?
I ate at a couple steakhouses and stuff, and they were a little fancier and stuff. But I gotta go with Culver's, man. It was good. Like it was really, really. It was like not like when you're like, oh, you're just going to a fast food place. It's sort of fast food because you order it, but then they give you a fancy number and to take to your table, and then they like bring it out, bring your food out, and it's like all in fancy paper and everything like that. Just box.
Nothing food on paper.
I specifically didn't take him to chains. All right, you broke the rule. You broke the rule, man.
There was, like I said, there were a couple other places that I could have taken him.
I should have taken to Sonic. I would have won this. Damn it!
You would not have. You would not have won with Sonic.
No, I don't know. Dude,
2007, maybe Sonic could win, but 2024, Sonic is not winning anything.
Dude, I stopped at Hardee's and a Sonic, and they were both gross. Hardee's was like, I didn't like Hardee's at all. It was like McDonald's, but somebody like spit in your mouth first or something. I don't know. It was weird.
That is weird.
Extra for that at our McDonald's.
All right, but no, it was awesome. I'm gonna definitely do another tour coming up. I want to do another one in the spring. I'm going back to Wentzilla's place in October for some reason. So yeah, I'll be there for the wedding, and then take it from there, man. I definitely want to hit up everybody again. That was a lot of fun meeting everybody, doing the toy hunts, going to trying to kill myself at restaurants with all the food and stuff like that. It was an awesome trip, dude. Definitely, your country is a fun time for sure. For some small guy, we have like two. Yeah, we got like two. I know that none of that happened, but there was a sticker on the one hotel I stayed in, and there was a big like round sticker with no knives or no guns. It was crossed out like the Ghostbusters symbol, but it was a gun and a knife like crossed, and I was like, yeah, I hope nobody brings guns and knives in here. I got to sleep here.
That story was good.
Yeah. I was like, holy God. Like, no thanks. But no, I definitely want to do it again. Like, it is worth it for me to go to Ollie's. Like, I save more money with the exchange rate than I do up here. Like, we don't have clearance places in Canada. Oh, CH Anthony, my culinary heart is breaking listening to this. I'm sorry. I did eat at 2 or 3 nice like steakhouses and had like, I think for lunch one day I had a steak. It was like awesome to have a big 8-ounce steak for lunch. It was good.
Oh yeah.
Good times. But yes, thank you again, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. It was awesome meeting you all.
Thank you, boys.
Yeah,
and
thank you for coming, man. I appreciate you sacrificing your time and everything you had to do to come and then go back to double the work and all that shit. So I know what it takes to do all that and plan all that. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all the gifts and goodies you brought me. And we had a lot of fun, man. We had my funnest time was us talking on the back porch, man, just chilling. So,
yeah, we were. No, yeah, we were just chilling out. That was some good times. But I think we'll wrap her up there tonight. So we are back next week with Think Tank Toys.
It's been a minute. I want to see what he's up to.
Dude, he's moved. He's getting all set up again. He's like rocking and rolling. So we're gonna check out his setup. And and then remember episode 60, big giveaway coming up. You got to be here to win it. So other than that, take it easy and have a fantastic evening.